Hey everybody, this is Olga with askyoursoul.org, and today I wanted to do a little audio just summing up on how to construct an imaginary scene, because I feel like that's one of the most important ways to manifest, and by far one of the most effective in my eyes. Okay, so I'm just gonna read a tiny little excerpt that really sums it up, and this is from Neville Goddard's The Complete Reader book, which I'm gonna link down below. And it's from a book that's called Out of This World, where he has a chapter on assumptions become facts. Okay, so he says, "Let me again lay the foundation of changing the future, which is nothing more than a controlled waking dream. Define your objective. Know definitely what you want. Construct an event which you believe you will encounter following the fulfillment of your desire, something which will have the action of self-predominant, an event which implies the fulfillment of your desire. Immobilize the physical body and induce a state of consciousness akin to sleep, which we also know as SATS. Then mentally feel yourself right into the proposed action, imagining all the while that you are actually performing the action here and now, so that you experience in imagination what you would experience in the flesh, were you now to realize your goal." I just feel like this sums it up so nicely, and it's very to the point. So just to give an example, like for instance, if you were trying to manifest an SP into your life, and let's say you have not been in touch for years, and you have no idea what's going on with them, like it's just, it's all but a distant memory, but you really want this person back in your life. And so what you would do is, for example, I'm just going to share what I would do, what I would imagine, but it's just interesting that our imagination works in such a way that you will probably imagine something that feels more comfortable to you, but hearing this example will hopefully help. Anyway, so for example, I would text my best friend or someone that I know will be interested and supportive of the thing that I'm about to share, and I would say something like, "Oh my God, girl, can you imagine this person just texted me and we're back in touch and our relationship just flourished out of nowhere. And he's now asking me if I want to meet up, and this is clearly going somewhere," or whatever it is that you are actually wanting to happen, right? And once I would define that goal and state it to that person that I feel would be the most supportive, I would imagine her replying back to me, "Holy crap, this is amazing. So what else did he say?" Or something like that, So just kind of affirming the fact that this actually happened. So to me, that's the easiest way to do it. But for example, if you would feel more comfortable imagining actually meeting up with your friend and discussing this and looking at them, or talking on the phone with them and imagining what they would say back to you, just whatever feels most comfortable to you and like something that you regularly do anyway. So it's not something that, basically when you know that it's very unlikely that you would be sharing your news in a certain way with a friend, then that's not gonna really work, because you want to really tune into how it would feel, and the best way to do it is to be completely comfortable in that imaginary scene and to do something that you literally do, if not daily, then at least like super regularly. You can also imagine a scene that implies that your SP has already confirmed to what it is that you want them to do, right? So for example, if you really want to get married to them, let's say, then the end scene would be literally you imagining being married to them and living together and having this ring on your finger and telling other people about this marriage and how great it's going, or something along those lines. But for myself personally, I've found that when it doesn't feel like it's very likely to occur, when this is something too much of a stretch for my imagination, because if I start imagining something like that and I know that, let's say, like we're not even in touch with this person, it would be very hard for me to imagine that and to feel comfortable imagining it. It would be very unlikely, because I would keep saying to myself that, yeah, right, like this is not gonna, this is never gonna happen. It's insane that I would even think that. So I encourage you to start off smaller and to construct a scene that you think would be possible, okay? Like right now, considering everything that's going on with you and this person, you would consider that, hey, it's still in the realm of possibility. Why not? Like, he could totally text me tomorrow or today, and it's not even that big of a deal, because even if we haven't talked for so long, who knows? People text each other all the time. This is where I want you to go. I want you to remind yourself that all the stuff that you want to happen to you has happened to somebody else. So why not you? There is no reason why. The only real reason why is because either you don't truly believe in yourself and you really need to work on your self-concept, or because you have not been using manifesting techniques correctly, let's say. And the only other option is, I truly believe that if it's not for your highest good, it's going to be really hard to materialize something. Yes, you can still do it, but like I've mentioned in one of my previous videos, it's going to be like pulling teeth. You really should question yourself before you even do any of this. If you truly, in your heart of hearts, think that this is for your highest good, and not just for your ego, not just because you felt abandoned and unloved and you want to prove to yourself and this other person that, no, I'm worthy, I am lovable, and you're just trying to make yourself feel loved and more important than maybe you were to this person before. If that's the case, then I encourage you to really, really question your motive, because most likely you don't even need this person in your life. Most likely you don't even want this person in your life. And a lot of the time, people realize it after actually manifesting somebody into their lives. I'm laughing because I literally have done the same thing. And then I'm like, why did I do that? And when I realized that it was all kind of like me desperately trying to prove to myself that I'm worthy and loved. But this is not the way. It's just not the way. But anyway, so for those of you who truly believe that this is in their highest good, that this is what they really want in their heart of hearts, and this is going to make them happier, and it's going to be totally worth it, then basically, this is how you do it. That's how you construct a theme. You just imagine that whatever it is you want to manifest has already happened, and whether it's an actual scene where you see yourself with that person doing something that you've been wanting to do with them, and that's my personal choice. I don't know. I think it's just a matter of preference. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you really believe it. So in my case, I usually just imagine sharing this news, let's say, for example, with my mom, because I usually text her the most, especially when it comes to sharing something important. And that's who I would imagine texting. Probably not about a specific person, but like about something else. Let's say a successful job interview, or how much I love my new job, or just whatever it is, right? So I would text her something like this, and then I would imagine her texting me back like, that's so great, congratulations, finally this happened for you, or something like that. Whatever you feel your friend or mom or whoever you're going to be texting, whatever you feel they would reply to you, what feels natural, because you don't want it to be, once again, you don't want it to be something totally off, because that way you would have to manifest both of those things, and both of them would be unlikely. You know what I mean? So that's even harder. So first and foremost, I just want to encourage you to be very clear about your goal, and to be clear about the motive for your goal. Because I feel like once you really do have a specific goal in mind, and you know that it's possible to manifest it, you are going to manifest it. There's no reason why not. Because once again, so many other people, probably hundreds of thousands of other people, were able to manifest exactly what it is that you want, just because they believed that it's possible for them, just because their self-concept was different, because they really truly believed in themselves and loved themselves enough to allow this opportunity to come in, whatever that might be. And I also just wanted to point out that he always suggests doing something like this in a state akin to sleep or sets. Even though it doesn't necessarily have to be that, you can literally imagine at any point of the day, whenever the hell you feel like it. I encourage you to actually imagine that stuff when you start, like the second that you feel yourself doubting that something is possible, that's when it's good to affirm, that's when it's good to imagine the outcome that you want. So it doesn't have to be SATS. I just feel like, honestly, the reason why SATS is important is because this is when your subconscious mind is at its most receptive, its most malleable point of the day, because during the day, your conscious mind monitors everything that goes into your subconscious mind. But as you're falling asleep, your conscious mind just starts to drift off. And this is why this is so helpful, because it just goes straight into your subconscious and makes the manifestation that much more likely to happen because you don't question the possibility of it happening. So I just think it's a really good practice in general, whatever the hell you're doing, to imagine your end result, just like I've described right now, as you're falling asleep. So literally just making it into a habit. And that's so powerful because not only does it help the manifestations come faster into your life, I just feel like it also helps you become more positive in general, because you're programming your subconscious mind every night as you're going to sleep for something good to happen. So when you wake up, of course, you're going to feel a lot better than if you were falling asleep listening to like a really sad love song and tearing up and thinking about how shitty your situation is and how nothing good is ever going to happen. You know what I mean? So be very careful about your mental diet, about what it is that you feed your mind, not only your body, but also your mind and soul. And if you don't have a specific goal, then you can totally just say something like, this is what I usually say. If I'm falling asleep and I don't have a specific goal in mind, I would just say, I'm so excited because I know that something absolutely awesome and incredible is coming into my life very soon. I'm so excited about that. So it's just a really cool thing to program yourself to expect, because you don't even know what it is, but you know you're going to love it. You know you're going to enjoy it, and you're bringing yourself up to so many possibilities, and you're not limiting yourself in terms of a specific goal. That's equally as important, just to be open-hearted for the universe to give you something awesome. Why not? Why does it always have to be a specific goal necessarily? So I hope that helps. If you guys have any questions, definitely feel free to comment down below. Or if you have any cool manifestation stories, I love to hear those. Also comment them below. And if you're interested in working on your self-concept and making this whole manifestation thing easier for yourself, definitely check out my self-concept audio, which I'm going to also link down below. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little monologue. And if you've already tried these techniques, I would love to hear back what's worked for you, what hasn't, how are you feeling about the whole thing. Just whatever you feel would be an interesting thing to share with me and the rest of the people reading the comments. So anyways, thanks again for listening, and I hope you have an amazing day or night, and I'm sending you so much love and light, and good luck becoming the most amazing master manifestors, y'all. Have an awesome one. Bye!